attention, please. This is an emergency warning issued by the UK National Warning Service in coordination with the Environment Agency and the UK Government. London, Liverpool and Newcastle are currently experiencing severe and potentially fatal flooding, and the situation is only going to become worse over the following 12 to 24 hours. The Thames Barrier has been completely closed in an attempt to prevent significant flooding in the Greater London area due to severe tidal surges and rising water levels. However, the volume of water surpasses protective capacity, and flood barriers in several places are predicted to fail. Residents in low-lying areas are therefore required to evacuate right away. Move to higher ground or locate authorized emergency shelters. If safe escape is not possible, move to your residence's highest level and avoid basements and lower floors. Never drive or walk across floodwaters. Only 15 centimeters of flowing water can knock an adult off their feet, while 30 centimeters can sweep a vehicle away. Significant flooding is occurring in London in areas along the Thames, such as Southwark, Lambeth and Westminster. Rescue operations are being carried out by emergency personnel, and underground transportation services have been halted. Road closures in Liverpool are affecting major transit routes, owing to significant urban flooding caused by rising water levels on the Mersey River. In Newcastle, the River Tyne has overflowed its banks, putting numerous bridges inoperative. There are evacuations taking place. All emergency services, including police, fire and NHS responders, have been fully mobilized. Military personnel have been deployed to assist with evacuations and flood defense measures. Public transportation in affected areas is limited or suspended. Check with local authorities for status updates. Power outages are expected in flooded regions. Prepare by charging devices and gathering emergency supplies. For immediate rescue assistance, call 999. For evacuation centre locations, visit gov.uk/floodwarning or listen to local radio for updates. For road closures and travel updates, visit National Highways online services or tune in to BBC Radio. This is a rapidly evolving emergency. Do not delay evacuation if you are in a flood-prone area. Water levels will continue to rise, and conditions are expected to deteriorate further. Your safety depends on immediate action. This message will be updated as more information becomes available. Thank you for your cooperation. Be careful and be safe. This concludes the emergency alert.
Warning, this is an official emergency bulletin from the European Space Agency, issued in coordination with NASA, Roscosmos, CNSA, ISRO and global governmental authorities. Astronomical observations confirmed that the Moon has deviated from its natural orbit and is now on a direct collision course with Earth. While total planetary impact is projected to occur on February 22nd, 2027, increased gravitational stress has already begun destabilizing the lunar surface. Scientists estimate that within 5 to 6 days, large fragments will break off and enter Earth's atmosphere, causing significant regional destruction. The Moon's orbit has become erratic due to anomalous gravitational shifts. The cause remains under investigation, but no known technological intervention can alter its trajectory. Global tidal patterns have already begun fluctuating abnormally, with significant coastal flooding reported in multiple regions. Satellite systems and long-range communications are experiencing intermittent disruptions, particularly in geostationary orbits. Projected impact timeline: February 18 to 19th, 2027, severe tidal disturbances and abnormal weather patterns due to lunar proximity. Coastal regions are at heightened flood risk. February 20th to 21st, 2027, structural fragmentation of the Moon begins. Large debris fields will enter Earth's atmosphere, resulting in direct ground impacts, widespread fires, and atmospheric disturbances. February 22nd, 2027 full collision event, projected to result in an extinction-level impact with irreversible planetary consequences. Confirmed fragment impact zones between February 20th to 21st, 2027. Lunar debris trajectories are still being refined, but the following regions are at high risk of direct impacts: North America, northeastern United States, New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Great Lakes region, Quebec and Ontario, Canada. South America, Amazon Basin, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Europe, northern France, Belgium, Netherlands, western Germany, Poland. Africa, coastal Morocco, central Nigeria, Johannesburg, South Africa. Asia, Tokyo, Japan, Seoul, South Korea, Beijing and Shanghai, China, central India. Oceania and Pacific region, Western Australia, Perth, New Zealand, South Island, Philippine Sea, Northern Pacific Ocean. Further impact locations are likely and will be updated as trajectory models improve. Governments will issue regional evacuation and shelter-in-place orders as necessary. Monitor national emergency broadcasts for official directives. If you reside in an identified impact zone, seek evacuation routes immediately. If evacuation is not possible, take shelter in a fortified underground structure. Standard buildings will not withstand direct impact or secondary blast waves. Stockpile essential supplies including water, food, medical provisions and alternative power sources. Expect major disruptions to power grids, transportation networks and communication systems as impacts occur. Emergency response teams and military forces are being mobilized in high-risk areas to facilitate evacuations and maintain order. Aerospace agencies and meteorological organizations are tracking incoming debris fields to provide real-time impact alerts. Air and sea travel will be increasingly restricted as the situation develops. For country-specific evacuation and emergency procedures, refer to your National Disaster Response Agency. Live updates will be provided via state-run radio, television and emergency frequencies. Do not rely on unofficial sources or social media speculation. Misinformation is widespread. The Moon's collision course with Earth is now confirmed and irreversible. While scientific efforts to assess potential mitigation strategies continue, there is no current method to alter its trajectory. This bulletin will be updated as further information becomes available. Thank you for your time. Please obey the regulations and act swiftly.
Good evening, night owls. You're listening to NightWatch FM, where we keep you company when the world feels just a little too dark. I am aware that the past several days have been peculiar. According to the press, it's an extraordinary astronomical event. Scientists are rushing to find solutions. Governments advise us to maintain our composure. Let's face it, though. When you gaze up into the sky and see the moon hovering there as if it were going to land in your lap, how in the world can you remain composed? I mean, have you ever looked at the moon and just felt like it was staring back, watching us? Maybe even waiting for something? Because tonight, folks, it feels different. It feels closer, too close. I want to hear from you. How are you holding up out there? Phone lines are open. Call me. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you feel. Let's talk about it.
Hey James, my name's Michael. I don't really know why I called. I guess I just didn't want to be alone right now.
You're not alone, Michael. None of us are. What's on your mind?
I'm outside. I can't go back in. I tried, but I keep looking up, you know? It's just right there. Too big, too bright. It shouldn't be like that. The shadows on the surface are moving, James. I swear to God, they're moving.
It's the same everywhere, Michael. People are saying the moon looks wrong, lower than it's ever been. You're not imagining it.
I don't think I'll see another sunrise.
We don't know that yet.
Come on, man, they stopped pretending this morning. No more press conferences, no more speeches, just warnings, seek shelter, brace for impact. But it's too late. Why? What the hell are they trying to protect us from? It's already over.
Maybe they just don't want people to panic.
I think I'm gonna stay outside just for a little while longer.
Be careful, Michael.
You too, James. Thanks for keeping me company.
Folks, I don't have the answers. I'm just a guy with a microphone watching the sky like the rest of you. But I do know this. Until that final moment, we're still here. And as long as we're here, we keep going. If you're out there, if you're scared, if you feel like no one's listening, I am. We all are. You're not alone. More calls coming up after the break. This is NightWatch FM. Stay with me.
Внимание! Граждане Российской Федерации, в связи с приближающимся столкновением Луны с Землей в течение следующих 24 часов, правительство Российской Федерации объявляет военное положение на всей территории страны. Все граждане обязаны немедленно проследовать в указанные бомбоубежища и подземные укрытия. Для населения открыты государственные военные бункеры. Траектория Луны подтверждена. Избежать столкновения невозможно. Усиленная сейсмическая активность зарегистрирована в Центральном, Сибирском и Дальневосточном регионах. Ожидаются дальнейшие землетрясения и разрушения. Водоснабжение и энергосистемы нестабильны. Перебои связи и электричества будут нарастать. Введение жестких комендантских мер. Передвижение по территории Российской Федерации запрещено. Неотложные указания. Оставайтесь в укрытиях. Оставаться на поверхности опасно и смертельно. Не пытайтесь покинуть страну. Транспортные узлы перегружены или разрушены. Соберите запасы продовольствия, воды, медикаментов и предметов первой необходимости. Поддерживайте радиосвязь с экстренными службами на государственных частотах. Вооруженные силы Российской Федерации развернуты по всей стране для обеспечения порядка. Спасательные и медицинские службы работают в условиях максимальной нагрузки. Продолжается рассредоточение критически важного персонала в подземные комплексы. Это окончательное предупреждение. Жизнь каждого из вас зависит от немедленного выполнения указаний. Государство предпринимает все возможные меры, однако дальнейшая безопасность зависит от дисциплины и организованности каждого гражданина. Данное сообщение будет повторяться до отказа систем связи.
Attention. Please pay close attention. This is an official emergency declaration from the Government of Canada. This will be the final transmission. Scientific agencies and global authorities have confirmed that the moon's impact with Earth is now imminent and unavoidable. All response operations have ceased. There are no further evacuation efforts. There are no further instructions. The moon is now entering its final descent. Impact is expected within the next 2 hours. Severe seismic activity has begun across all provinces and territories. The ground beneath us is shifting as the gravitational pull increases. Widespread power failures and communication blackouts are affecting the entire country. Transportation systems have collapsed. There are no remaining evacuation routes. Tsunamis and extreme weather conditions are occurring along both the Pacific and Atlantic coasts. Emergency services are no longer operational. Police, fire, and medical personnel have done all they can. To every Canadian listening, wherever you are, this is the last time your government will speak to you. For generations, we have built this nation together. Through war, through hardship, through fire and ice, we have endured. We have shown resilience, kindness, and unwavering strength. Now, as we stand on the edge of history, let us stand as we always have, with dignity, with courage, and with each other. In these final hours, we ask you to be with the ones you love. Hold them close. Speak your final words. Find comfort in one another. There is nothing more to be done. But we are not alone. We are together. No government, no law, no borders will outlast what is coming. But in this moment, let history remember that we did not fall. Canada will not see another dawn, but let this be our last act, to face the end with grace, with love, and transmission will remain active until the final moment. May we find peace in these last moments.